Guys, it is time for week one college football best bets. Now, last weekend, week 0, we had a nice 60% on the straight bets and then hitting that 3-leg lock parlay at the end of the day with the Hawaii-Stanford game. Very fun there. But guys, a small sample size last week, just 5 games. But I think we found the way to win money this year. So the first one here is going to be Boise State, South Florida, of a nice long extended holiday Labor Day weekend here. So you get off school, get off work Thursday evening, go home on ESPN, and it's Boise State at South Florida. Now, my last video, I predicted Boise State to win this game pretty easily. And guys, I'm all over Boise State in this first game here. I see the value there. I see them winning this game by 10 to 14 points. And guys, look at the spread. Boise State minus 6.5 at minus 108 odds. You are stealing from the sports book there, guys. I don't see any way this game is decided less than 10 points in Boise's favor. They're going to run all over South Florida in this one. Probably 38-13, maybe 35-20. But guys, Boise State minus 6.5 is our first steal of the year on Thursday evening. Going to the late night Thursday window, it is Wisconsin, Miami. So the first week of school at Camp Randall, it's going to be raucous in there with the students coming in to a 9 p.m., 8 p.m. Central window on Big Ten Network, guys. And imagine my shock when I saw the total of this game is in the 30s. I expected maybe 44, 45 points, the over-under. The total is 39.5. And guys, I'm jumping all over that line. 39.5 points over in this game at minus 112 odds is once again a steal from the sports books there. Guys, you're stealing money. I see Wisconsin winning this game probably 42-3, maybe 48-4, or not 48-4, but 48-6 or something like that. Really, the true line here should be probably 45.5, 46.5. Over 39.5 is great value there on Thursday night to get your weekend started. Get some money in your pocket before the big day Saturday, because here we go. Big noon kickoff on Saturday. It's number 1 Texas playing at number 3 Ohio State. Now, if you guys followed my channel last year, I was all over the Buckeyes all season long. Of course, that Michigan game, lost some money on that Michigan loss there, but honestly, the playoff came around. I rode Ohio State during the Tennessee game. I hit them big during the Oregon Rose Bowl, and then, of course, during the Texas game and the Cotton Bowl, and then all over them in the national title game to win some good money on Ohio State. And guys, they're back this year with a good defense. Julian Sains, the quarterback. Jeremiah Smith, the best receiver in college football. I see no reason why Arch Manning goes into Columbus, Ohio and beats Ohio State this Saturday. I just don't see. They lost some of their receivers, guys. They lost a running back. Texas is not, honestly, I think Texas is not as good as they were last year. And for that reason, Ohio State wins this game on Saturday as the 2-point favorite right now. So I would take the Buckeyes on the money line. I would take them on the first half spread and the game spread at minus 1.5 there. Minus 112 odds. It's good value there on big noon kickoff, college game day on Saturday. I will be there at game day in the morning, probably 5 a.m., 6 a.m. in the morning. So if you guys are there, hit me up on Instagram at Pacalac. I'll be in that crowd somewhere. It's going to be a massive sea of humanity watching Lee Corso's final headgear pick. The next game on Saturday, it's Indiana against Old Dominion. Now, my last picks video, I had some people in the comments saying, why are you an Indiana hater? It's not that I'm a hater. I'm just being realistic here. I think they regress this year. They're not going to win 11 games once again. They lost parts of that offense they can't just replicate this year. They might win 8 games if they're lucky, maybe 9. I know their schedule's not too bad, but really, this first game of the year against Old Dominion, it's going to be a slaughter fest. It's going to be run all over them, pass all over them, score at will. And for that reason, I'm taking Indiana minus 22.5 on the spread. I see them winning this game probably 59 to 14. I think they're undervalued here at minus 22. It should be more like 26, 27-point favorites at home against the Monarchs of Old Dominion. Why is there a logo a lion when they're the Monarchs? I really don't understand that, but we're not going to get into the weeds of that for now. So this game is on FS1 at 2:30 p.m. That's kind of strange. Should it be 3:30 p.m.? I don't know why it says 2:30, but whatever. Maybe this is Central Time. I don't know. So the next one here is Marshall against Georgia. And you know what I always say, Georgia always kind of disappoints early on in these games against these low-tier, maybe FCS teams. They never seem to cover these big spreads. And once again here, 39.5 is just too big of a spread there for Georgia to cover. Gunner Stockton might throw 3 touchdowns in the first half, get pulled in the third quarter. They win this game by like 25 points. I just think 40 points being too much to ask out of the Bulldogs there in week 1. Marshall's kind of respectable, and they keep this game somewhat close in the first quarter. Probably lose this game like 42-14, 48-20, whatever. But they definitely cover that 39.5 point spread there on ESPN. It's just too much. All right, guys, this next pick was supposed to be a Pack-a-Lack exclusive. I was doing the betting video inside of the OU football stadium. Me and my friend Zane went down inside the OU football field and set up the camera right outside the end zone and did the betting prediction down there. Unfortunately, my SD card corrupted from that trip, and I lost the footage inside of the stadium. I do have some clips from my iPhone that I recorded going in there, thankfully, so I can show that during this pick. But it is Illinois State at Oklahoma, number 18 OU with John Mateer trying to prove their offense out early in the season. I see them scoring a lot of points in this game early on, blowing out Illinois State. And my pick for this is going to be over 60.5 points in this game. Probably 63-7, 66-10 final score. I love the over 60.5 there. Live from Norman, Oklahoma. And then going to the Saturday night window here, it is LSU playing at Clemson, Death Valley. I know it's a tough task to ask of LSU to go on the road here in week 1 and win this game. They always lose these week 1 games, it feels like, under Brian Kelly. But I just feel like this year, with Garrett Nussmeier, the Heisman dark horse, the good offense, this is the year for them to win the SEC and maybe the national championship once again. Regardless, though, of the outcome of this game, I like them on the first quarter spread there, plus 1.5 in the first quarter. I just think it's going to be low scoring early on, probably 3-3, maybe 7-7, or even LSU wins the first quarter outright. Garrett Nussmeier gets the ball first, drives down the field, and LSU covers this plus 1.5 in the first quarter at minus 120 odds. I love that on Saturday night. The next game here on Saturday night, Georgia State at Ole Miss, guys. This game has points written all over it. It reminds me of Madonna in the Super Bowl halftime show. It's like you don't want to see it, but you just can't look away. It's like nonstop, just one after the other, banger, banger, touchdown, whatever. Georgia State, Ole Miss, Saturday night. And there it is, guys. First half over 34.5 points at plus money, plus 102 odds there. Are you kidding me? This game could be 38-10 at halftime. It could be 35-7, guys. I love the over 34.5 in the first half of the Ole Miss Georgia State game. Lots of touchdowns there in Mississippi. And then here we go to Sunday. So the last day of August, it is Notre Dame, Miami. I know Miami always beats Notre Dame. It's tradition. I get it, but all traditions come to an end at some point, guys. And this is the year, guys. I don't understand Miami, the hype. I don't get the Carson Beck nutcracker thing. He's just not that good. Notre Dame is still a good team, the runner-up last year. And they start off this year with a banger on the road. Take them to win this game in the money line, minus 130. Put it in a parlay, whatever. That is free money right there. Notre Dame this weekend is great value. If they lose this game, come back to me and blast me, whatever. But Notre Dame will win week 1 at Miami. And then going to our parlay lock of the week. So we always give a 3-leg out. You throw $50 on this one. It's easy, guaranteed double your return. So here we go. Minnesota against Buffalo. Over 34.5 points in the game. I mean, what are we doing here, guys? It's going to be 45-13 final score. That's pretty much an easy leg there. The next one here, Alabama money line over Florida State. Florida State's just in shambles. Bama's still a good team. They will beat Florida State in week 1. And the final leg here of the 3-leg lock is going to be LSU plus 10.5. I mean, what are we doing, guys? So I like LSU to win this game outright, but 10.5 points there to play with. That's whatever. So, guys, you put these together on a parlay, 3 legs. It is plus 100 odds there. So you double your money. You double your bet there. But remember, this video is not financial advice. I do not recommend gambling if you cannot afford to lose the money. But right here is my recommendation of the parlay lock of the week. So if you disagree, put in the comments below. And I will see you guys next week for week 2 college football picks and predictions. See you guys next time. Peace out. Bye.
Third down, you need to make a stop. You know they're going to throw to the weapon at tight end.
Tight end trying to get in. Touchdown, Ohio State. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. You
talk to any quarterback, Jesse, and they love finding the big tight end. Hard to overthrow the big fellas with the big reach and nice